out of my mom's home because tried to say they were an immediate threat of physical and mental abuse, which was not a case at all.
Right.
My mom never hit them kids. You know, she put them in timeout and stuff, and they were doing good. Kayla was doing good. They wouldn't let me have him back. They gave him to Blayton's biological grandmother he'd only seen 3 times, and gave my other grandson to her for contemporary custody. My 14-year-old son, on his 14th birthday, which was 20 days ago, tried to commit suicide over these kids being gone. I called the caseworkers. She promised him he would get visits with the kids.
So this is your 14-year-old son who now misses his
nieces and nephews.
Where is he?
Because they have lived with us all of their lives. They're trying to say the guardian Lightman uses me and Max having back surgery as an excuse for us not to be able to take care of these kids. We've had them since May of last year. And then when Max, his son, which is 17, she tried to get the court to tell Max he couldn't even get him for his summer visit. He just turned 17 today, but he was only 16, saying it wasn't a good idea that Max picks up his son with a court-ordered visitation of 5 weeks for the summer. The day we go down to file for which was consensual change of guardianship of custodial parent and residential parent, she took him out of my house and put him with my mom.
On what grounds? Just because you had back surgery?
Grounds to take him out of here. She tried to say my sister-in-law was living here. It's in the court papers. We were never put on the stand to refute that. My sister-in-law was put into a homeless shelter, battered women's shelter. It was full of bed bugs and headlights. They went there at night and came here in the morning. The guardian ad litem got mad because she would not tell her where she was at. She was told by First Step she was not to give that information. That is privileged, private information. That is not information for anybody else to have. We weren't even allowed to know where she was. And we were her family.
I know, I understand the shelters, or I get that, why they're like that, if she's battered woman, but what county are you in again?
Coshocton.
I have calls about Coshocton. This is so frustrating. Who's the guardian ad litem? I'm going to call her. Is it a man or a woman?
Carol Bobbitt.
Okay, well can you inbox me her number?
Oh yes, I sure will. Because I don't know what else to do. She's up there questioning, telling people when she talked to Kayla here, the thing is to do reunification with Kayla.
Right.
First thing they did was they took Kira from her to teach her a lesson and put her in foster care. Ever since Kira has been in foster care, she's come back with nothing but bumps and bruises. She just turned 1. 2. Wait a minute. 1. No, 2.
And she can't talk, so
2.
she's only, I mean...
She turned 2. When we had her, she had no bumps and bruises. They're trying to say it's the hardwood floors of worse the foster parents that she lives with. But Kayla had visits with Kira at my best friend's house, who has hardwood floors, and Kira never once fell there and socked and busted her head.
Okay.
She had a thumbprint on her hand, which we have all got all documentation and pictures, and all they keep trying to say is she's a clumsy. Now all of a sudden she needs to see a neurologist, and she's 2.
That happened.
Never had any problems until she went out there to live.
We have to. How's Kayla doing? Is Kayla doing therapy or any kind of mental health?
She's in 6 counties like she's supposed to be. One of the things they wanted her to do was get her license. Well, she had to get a job. You know, in order to get a license.
Good.
The first job she had, she got laid off of. She immediately got a second job. And that job worked 12-hour days, so she didn't have time to go get her license. They were supposed to be done by the end of this month. 31st is not until New Year's. Today's the 30th.
How long have they been in the care of foster care? Just real quick.
The boys have been in there since they just took them and put them in there.
Okay.
They've been gone. They're not even in foster care.
They're with family.
No, not Dyson isn't related to. Clayton just met her. It's his biological grandma. She had nothing to do with him for 5 years. Neither did the dad. The dad just started coming around May of this year.